start recording.
Welcome,
Hello,
Joan.
welcome. Today is our fourth meeting from Neurographica Basic User course for August, and very happy to see everybody. My name is Natalie. I'm an instructor of Neurographica and teacher here at Neurographic Academy, along with Anna Romanenko. And today we are briefly going to go over what is the structure of Neurographica, Neurographica and what classes are they available. And then we will be opening to questions from people. And there are a few questions that I have from people who are not here. So this meeting is going to be recorded, and you will see this in the group if you want to review, or for people who are not currently with us. So, and at the end, I would like for you to share what changes happened to you during those weeks that you were with us. And for some of you, it was the beginning when they learned Neurographica the first time with us, or for some of you that you were already drawing. Just remember your intention when you first came to the class, and what happened with this with that intention. And it will be very nice if you can share a little bit. Okay, so first about the structure of Neurographica. You completed now the basic level, which is the entry level, and it is required for anybody who wants to continue learning Neurographica and using Neurographica for themselves. You saw how deep the knowledge is already, but this is just the beginning. And now the goal of this course was for us to prepare you to be able to use Neurographica on your own, for yourself, to work on your own topics, and to be able to remember the steps, to understand the basics. And then if you want to step aside when you know already the structure, you can experiment and understand how it is working. I especially want to underline that this is what we were teaching you to know the classical way, because we had people in this course that were using alternative materials, like not what we suggested, not markers and pencils. And they were asking whether it's acceptable. And it is acceptable if you know the basics, because you may share your drawings and somebody will say, well, this is not Neurographica. And then you will be able to know what they're saying, that this, why is it not? But then you know why you are doing it, because of to accommodate any special things that you have. And the same way with neural lines and roundings. So nobody in the beginning may have, some people in the beginning may not have perfect roundings and perfect neural lines, but they know where they are going and where they need to be. This is our goal for you, to know what is the correct way and where you need to get. And you will get there. It's just a matter of practice. And also with this course, I just want to remind you that you have 12 other previous courses recorded. If you feel like you want to refresh, or you want to just listen to it again from a slightly different viewpoint, because there were different questions each time from participants, you are welcome to watch the recordings. And any future courses that we will have on this level, you are free to come and participate and watch, and you don't have to do any homework, but you're welcome to ask questions and just come and draw with us. The energy when we draw in the class is different. So if you have the opportunity to be with us in the class, to be with a group of people, it is very beneficial for you and for everybody else. So you're welcome. And you also receive 15% discount on all your future purchases with us. The coupon code is OLD15, and I will post it in the chat, and also it will be in the Facebook group as well. And you can always ask me if you need it. So if you want to purchase any of our classes, you can use it when you pay. The other bonus, I mentioned the free recordings for those classes, and free attendance of any of the future classes. Now the structure, what other classes do we have? So after the basic user level is this, you can go either to take the specialist. And who is the specialist for? Specialist certification has two parts. First are live lessons with where you learn 6 additional models to work with your problems. So those are called models because they're coaching models. They are not algorithms, but coaching models. They are designed for to work on to solve future problems, like reach goals or assess the situation and move forward, and create a plan, or create, like define your goals. So it can be used for business, for life decisions, for coaching. If you are a coach, or if you are a practitioner, if you are a consultant and you have clients already, you can get certified with this course to use Neurographica with your clients in sessions, one-on-one sessions, to help your clients get faster results, better results. And you can also do group coaching sessions. And to get this certification, there is a second part of the specialist course, which is practicing those lessons, those models with clients. So you're going to have to do 3 cases: one with yourself, self-coaching; one with a cold client, which is a person who is not just cold-blooded, not about cold-blooded, but that the person doesn't know or haven't been exposed to Neurographica. And then a warm client, which is for about a person who has already been involved with Neurographica. It can be your co-student in the class, exchange groups, exchange sessions, or from our groups on Facebook, or somebody who already knows Neurographica. So this is the certification part, and you have an option to either take specialist for yourself, specialist course, and work on your own problem, or do the certification and be able to work with other people. So this is one part. Then we have additional 8 algorithms. So basic user level is algorithm number 1. And then we have additional 8 algorithms. Altogether, they make 9 algorithms of Neurographica. And sorry, I will list them in the Facebook group, but they are they teach you how to go deeper. And it's we started in January. Every month we did one of those algorithms. They are presented in 4 2-hour lessons. And then you have homework after each one drawing, but and you receive supervision for your drawings, like kind of what we did this in the basic user level. And those algorithms are about, first, in the beginning, you learn about the colors, you learn about how to use different shapes, squares, triangles, going deeper, how to use composition in Neurographica, how to make your composition work faster for you or for a specific goal that you have, you want to achieve. How to use, the first one is how to use colors to achieve the same, to faster results. And then we go to sketching. Neurosketching is to open you up, to free you up, to see your creativity flowing faster. It is about how to draw faster with Neurographica. And then we have neurocontact, neuromandala for harmonizing, and those are 2 different ones, for harmonizing and exploring relationships. And again, every one of them is helping you to get faster results with Neurographica. Then we have neurosynthesis, neuro goal, and in September we're doing the last one, which is neurotiming. It is a very interesting algorithm. It helps people to be able to structure their time, or to extend the time, to make the time go faster or slower, to accomplish more things in certain periods of time. We also going to be learning about extending our lifespan. If you want to live longer, there will be tips and ways to do it, and to help you do it with Neurographica, of course. And those algorithms, all of those 8 that we teach, are for personal use. And they also are a part, they are also included into instructoral course. To become instructor means like become Anna, like Anna and I, to be able to teach those to people, to other people, to groups of people, to individuals. And the instructoral course is led by the Institute of Psychology and Creativity. They had their first English course this year. And next year, probably they will have it again. Not probably, for sure they will have it again. And they just want to explain what is the advantage of taking them with us first and then going to the instructoral course, because there will be, looks like they will be the same. They are the same. With us, you once our student paid to us, they the price for their instructoral course was reduced by the amount they paid to us, but they got 2 different presentations, so from us and from the institute. They also offer recorded classes, the institute, not live, and they also offer the supervisions the same way less than us. They offer, I think that they offer only 2 supervisions per, I think, right, Anna? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about this year.
Yes.
There are so many changes in English course compared to Russian.
So yes, thank you. So once you have if you like how we teach and you resonate with us, it will be helpful to have 2 different instructors present to you, and then you have a wider view of the same algorithm. And also, if you want to teach it later, it is very useful to have more material presented to you, so you can combine and create your own courses. I mean, your own presentations. You're going to be teaching the same, but it's the presentation and understanding. The other thing is that the materials are very deep. And if you go twice through them, it is also beneficial to deepen the knowledge and to have it sink in deeply. If you don't plan to go for instructoral course, but just taking those for yourself, this is a very transformational process. We have students who've been with us from January, taking all the algorithms, and they have changed their lives and so much, very dramatically. They're more present, more happier, and have deeper understanding, deeper connections in their life. So it is also like a year-long adventure. And I have somebody wrote to me from those people yesterday, well, this is the last class in September. Is there going to be something else? I'm so used to doing it every month. So is there going to be something else? And what we are planning to do is a 2 months or 6 weeks coaching class, which is going to be on the topic of discovering your purpose and creating your business, which is going to be structured more like a coaching session. So it's not going to be like teaching you, but more for you to go through your own topics and discover and develop where you want to go. So this is in the plans. And in September, we have the last specialist for this year. And the last live algorithm, the rest of the algorithms are now being offered in recordings. So you still can do them. There will be supervisions of 4 of your drawings for each algorithm. We will have Q&A sessions so that we can answer any questions, and there will be in Facebook's group also questions and answers as the same way as we have in this group. So this is the structure. Any questions about this? No? Good.
Yeah. Wait, I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, I'm trying to make sure that I understand what you're saying. So I understand that there are 8 additional algorithms and that you teach those classes 1 a month through the year. On the instructional course, if I understood you correctly, you're saying the Institute teaches it and your academy teaches it. And you're recommending we take it, or suggesting there would be an advantage to taking it from you first and then taking it from them? Is that what that is what you're saying?
That's
Okay.
what I'm saying. But only the Institute can grant you the permission to teach them.
So if we take it from you, we don't have the official permission, but it's kind of like, it just makes it easier to take it the second time and a broader experience.
Correct, because you already know how we are teaching, and if you resonate with the way we are teaching it, it is beneficial for you to take it from us, because the understanding what we present, we are trying to give you one way of understanding, and then the instructor there is not Pavel Piskaryov. He's not teaching in English. There's another instructor like us who is teaching, and this year they were recording it. They were not teaching it live. They were recording it and giving the recordings.
Okay.
And so now I posted in the chat all the names of the algorithms. You can buy them one by one and apply the 15% discount code, or you can buy them in a bundle, all of them, and there will be 20% discount of all of for all of them. So it will be like 224 for each, if you buy them in a bundle. The price for the instructoral course this year was between $6,000 and $7,000, depending the time when you pay. If you paid it way in advance, it was lower. Then the closer you get to the end date, the price went up and up. So this year, how it's going to be next year, we'll see. They're also developing it and experimenting it, not trying to make it work. So it is, we will give you the information as we know, but it's still under development.
The reason why we advertise it this way, because it's an opportunity for price of one, have two recordings of the same algorithms, the same materials, and maybe some extra from us. It's not needed. You can go directly to the instructoral course and don't bother about anything else additionally. So you have options. Next, right now, everything that our students paid to us is subtracted from the instructoral course. We cannot guarantee that Institute will sustain the same rules. They may change. So it's they don't negotiate with us these conditions. It's a completely different organization, very stubborn. So we have this opportunity, and most of our students use this opportunity, and very grateful, because it's just a different presentation of materials. All the all algorithms are I teach, Net is helping, assisting, but it's mostly my recordings, and they just have a different perception, different interpretation of the same materials. So you please don't feel obliged, like you need to do with us. If you want less work, less information, because it's already overwhelming, you can go directly to the instructoral course. And all the information about the instructoral course you can find on Neurographica.us website. So you can contact them directly. To the director of the instructoral course is Anton Piskaryov, son of creator of the method. He is a young man, not very good with English, but you can contact him. There is always some assistants who can answer your questions. It may take some time, but it's usually people who persistent, they find the answers there. So it's just information for you. So please don't feel like we are trying to push you. We just give you opportunity to save a little bit money and have more information. If it's not the case, just ignore it. So.
Thank you, Anna.
And you can take only one or two courses, which ones you are more interested, or do all of them. There is a special order, but it's not a requirement. We have some people who started from the middle and purchased the first couple algorithms to review because they found it's missing something. But again, there are some algorithms, for example, Neuromandala, that is completely different, and you can just take this one and review and see. each class, it's 4 classes, 2 hours each, so 8 hours. In each class, we do at least 2, sometimes 3 exercises. So in the whole course, you will have about 8-10 exercises for your use. It's like a very intense way, it's advanced course. It's the same material as it taught in instructoral course. Like basically everything that I received from Pavel in 3 years, and I'm like supervising in the institute, I'm actively participate in life of the institute. So I condensed, because every time he adding new exercises, I condensed it. So that's why it's intense. So in 2 hours, we do 2, sometimes even 3 exercises in fast pace, because you already know how to complete them. My goal is to give you different presentation and different concept, different outline of the exercises, how you can play with this. Yeah, so the pace is a little bit faster.
Thank you, Anna. But don't be afraid. It's still very beneficial. It's faster, but it's very, very beneficial for anybody who takes those classes, and they are very enjoyable and nice classes to do if you want to stay with Neurographica. And any questions so far for this? No. Okay, good. And now I'm going to open for any questions for you from the course. Anything that you want to ask about the basic user level course, or any classes there. Anna had made last year, she started doing free classes because of the COVID. She wanted to help people feel calmer and more positive. And she has over 70 classes between Russian and English, but a lot of them, over 50% are in English. And you probably have seen them on YouTube. If you have drawn with this, you can, if you haven't, they're very, very nice, and you can just explore them one at a time. And this is the benefit that you get, because you got the basic user course, you got the very core of Neurographica, and now when you do the free class, you will understand deeper and how to do it the right way, because we don't have time to deepen this knowledge in the class. And a lot of people who take these free classes, they just think it's a pretty drawing, and they are trying to mimic what Anna is drawing, and to make it pretty, and to put it in a border, and to put it in a frame, and to for it to look, but they don't know what it is that is behind it. So so there is plenty of with all the with those of the algorithms. Some of the classes are based on the algorithms that Anna is presenting, the other algorithms. So when you draw, and if you take the algorithms classes, you will see how they correspond to each other.
But right now, like, I tried to post online only algorithms and exercises that was developed by me. Like, I'm trying to protect the material that Pavel is giving, because he is very protective for his knowledge. And so most of them are just my own findings and how we can present different modalities in a visual form. So They are available, so please double check. There are some recordings that are available for purchase on our website. So if you're interested, you have many options. But our ultimate goal as instructors to give you basic user course that is enough already to change your life. You don't feel obliged like, oh, now it's like endless loop. I need to take this and this. This is only if you feel you want to go deeper. I'm personally learned the catharsis only one way, and I did it for 2 years. It was enough for me to change many situations in my life, to allow myself feel and bring the focus inside of me instead of be distracted by the surroundings. So it's not escaping from the reality. It's really preparing and acknowledging my reactions to the reality and how I can be more present and more grounded in what is going on in me. So I did only 2 years, only catharsis. So my 90% of my drawings are about catharsis and still be about catharsis, because I feel that this is the most powerful instrument. But if you want to go deeper, there are much more behind it. There is a much more ways to apply Neurographica in your life. So this is a little bit promotion. Notice we did not force you to draw, so it's not encoded in you, but it's we want to present you so you know your options. And this.
Yes.
Can I say something, please?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
I just want to tell Anna, I did 2 of your videos on YouTube. The one I think was calling back your energy or something. It came out like a flower. A very
Soul
powerful
retrieval?
Soul retrieval, that one. That one was extremely powerful. I had such a reaction to that specific drawing, and I've introduced a friend as well to your channel on YouTube. And just a week or so after I did that one, I told her the reaction I had, told her how powerful it was. She did it as well. And she got sick. Right after finishing the drawing, she was sick for about 2 weeks. She had vertigo. Now, I don't know if it's got something to do with the drawing itself, but the energy, she said to me, she enjoyed but also there was a major shift in her, but she really got physically sick after that one. And there was another one that you also did with there was a spiral. I think it was shadow work. Mm-hmm. I worked a whole week on 3 different people in my life where I thought was mirrors to me. And that one as well, I found very, very powerful. Now, I know that your own algorithms, but I just wanted to tell you that whatever you put out there for free that was yours, that's what started me off on my neurographic journey. I got so hungry, I wanted to learn more. But those were very powerful.
It's a very good question about how can I get sick after some of the drawings or after any energetic work. Imagine that you had some emotion suppressed in your body and muscles were very tight, holding this trauma or experience or some emotions that are really suppressed in your body. And when you do some energy work, and Neurographic is an energy work, this is a magical tool to really release this emotion from your body. Muscle starts unfolding and all the toxins, all this pressure that was holding starts releasing. So it can be, take time for your body to release the toxins from the body. So that's why, like, drink water, allow yourself some sleep, and allow your body to process emotions, because we don't want to overwhelm, especially if your life always so suppressed, like you did not feel for 50 years and suddenly you decided to release all at once. It will be overwhelming. So it's probably she had a big significant shift and some of these emotions were released. but it's still be some yucky stuff that needs to be processed through the body. So that's why we pay attention what is going on with your body during the drawing. Acknowledge it. It's a valuable, very important part of the process, how your body resonates with this. I have different trainings. I have training in shamanic practices, in constellation work, in healing work. I'm instructor for different energy modalities. So I can see how they can be integrated with Neurographica. That's why I offer you so many varieties of courses and classes. But at the same time, I want you to be aware that Neurographica is the easiest way to face your resistance, because you still keep the distance. It's the resistance happening inside of you, but you allow this energy, allow this emotions to be seen on the paper. It's not hidden anymore. You can look at them. And usually when we look at something, it's not as scary as we feel it. So we have this distance, safe distance for yourself. And we don't have to like, okay, I activated something. I need to process it right away. So you can extend your time. You can take like, okay, I round a little bit today. I will come back to this drawing tomorrow, add some colors or add more lines. So we can cut the elephant in portions so we can process it. And sometimes we really activate a lot of emotions. The Pavel is very clear about the Neurographica is not art therapy. We are not going in the ultimate goal is not to go in back and really find the traumatized experience, expose it and heal it. But it has therapeutical effect. It's coaching model. It's a coaching model and it focused on the future, but it has therapeutical effect. During the drawings, there is a high chance that some experiences, painful experiences from the past will be revealed, but you can use them as a motivation to move forward. You are not stuck in this therapy. You are not really, the goal of Neurographica is not to go in past, dig deep, find and heal every wound you experienced. The goal is to see where your energy is stuck and take the energy to move you forward. So this is the coaching. The focus is in the future, not in the past. So this is what we are talking in specialist level course, to make sure that we are really moving forward. But yes, you can, many people confusing, oh, this is just art therapy. No, it's not. That's why the focus is in the future. So we can, it's a still be gentle of method, so we can offer it publicly. But yes, it can be intense. So just like some people are intense. And it's okay for them. It's probably the easiest way to process their intensity. So, but yeah, thank you. I love this. I love every class I taught. Everyone is very special to me because I'm going through the process and nothing. It's not something that just, oh, let's do this, this, this. It's not like the big plan. Usually how the class is created, something impressed me. And I start thinking like, how can I draw it? How I can repeat the same effect for other people, how we can make it visible. So that's why some of the, we have several demands like, oh, can you do this topic and this topic and this topic? And if they really don't resonate with me, they can wait for years before they will be personal. So, but you can see how you can find something that from other instructors because it's resonated with them. I'm not very overprotective for like, oh, just learn from us. I'm like, as a yoga instructor, you can go and learn from different teachers and see who you attuned to, who you are not attuned to. So it's your way to learn, experience. Sometimes bad experience is a good experience as well, because it gives you some information. It gives you the value of other knowledge that you received before. So I'm very open for it. And the instructor, this 9 algorithms, additional 8 algorithms as we give you, they will give you enough material, enough knowledge, so you can, for yourself, at least for personal use, you can create drawing on any topic. You will not be able to teach it or use it as a in your profession, but you at least you can ask yourself, how can I draw this or that? How I can integrate some of the methods together. Like we have some students who are in the instructoral course and they're already thinking about combination Neurographica with anagrams, combination Neurographica with tarot readings. There is a different applications of this method because it's so simple, it's beautiful, and it's really going through your body. It's going through your mind. It's not something artificial and you just need to integrate this foreign objects into your consciousness. It's already produced by your consciousness and you just need to see the clear shape, clear form of it. So that's why it works magic, really magic, at least for me.
When do you get to a point where you can actually interpret what you've drawn? I mean, we do have our fixation points and you know that your solution is somewhere there, but even with the awareness and writing down what you're thinking and what you're feeling while you're doing it, it's still difficult for me to, at the end of the day, look at the picture and I know I need to sleep on it and it will process, an idea might come later. But I mean, I do feel better and I do feel more spacious and more confident. So there's a major shift already. But it's just that I don't really see the solutions on the paper.
So it's a very good question. Pavel himself is against any interpretations of drawings. He cannot emphasize enough that the process of the drawing, experience, is the most valuable treasure that you can get. And don't underestimate, it's really healing. If you're looking for clear solutions, there are some information, and this is why we're teaching the neurocolor, about composition, how to use all these different aspects to give some interpretation of your drawing. But again, interpretation is always based on your past experiences and on your past stories. The beauty of Neurographica that we can dissolve any story that you are entangled with and allow ourselves to create something completely new, very abstract, but emotionally attractive to you. So we are not trying to give interpretation based on what you experienced before. We can draw and see, like, is it attractive? Is it does it motivate me to go there, be there? Even it's just circle, but circles that represent love, connection, harmony. Do you want to be there? And this is what important, to let go diagnosis. It's possible, and Neurographica has a huge potential of diagnostics in therapy, but it's not the biggest benefit of it. For ourselves, it's very interpretations of our own drawings. I know from my experience, when I look at drawings of my students, I can see everything. I can see very hard stuff. Like the biggest awakening for me was when I did one class in prison for children in a correction center, worked with girls, and you can see sexual abuse. You can see this really the fragmentation of their bodies there. So there is a lot of energy and potential there. But it's when you look at somebody else's drawings. When I look at my own drawings, I have so much tunnel vision. I see only my past stories, and I need to work hard to dissolve the stories. I'm usually do the supervision for 20 students, one after another. And if I sneak in my drawing in the middle, I can be like forgetting that it's mine. I can see something new. So we have this very clear perception based on our past story. So it's better to stay away from the interpretations when say like, oh, this is like, you need to do this, and because this is representing your mom, this is representing your dad. The consciousness in our mind is so complex, it's multi-level. There is always something behind your mom, there is always something behind the story, there are some emotions. You can give different interpretations of it. And I did at the beginning, I was like very eager. Oh, now I can see people, I can give them readings, and it feels like readings. But it's at the same time, another side of the medal, it helps them to confirm what they already knew about themselves. It does not give them enough motivation to move forward. It's like, yes, I know I'm stuck there. How we can do not confirm that there is stuckness, how we can really motivate to go and develop something new inside of us. So this was my finding, and at some point I abused these interpretations because it was just like so exciting. Really, people draw themselves. You ask to draw them, I don't know, a spoon, and they will draw themselves. The spoon will represent them. So, but we can use focus in different, like again, focus needs to be not in the past, in the future, because this is where you want to be. This is where you want to look. Your eyes forward, like we always look where we're going. So.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. And also, this is a very good part of Neurographica, that you can draw what you want in the future, and you will feel it. Like, for example, you think you want a big house, and you start drawing your big house, like with the circle, for example, and you have an emotional response, you have a body response. No, this is not what I want. Or yes, this is exactly what I want. And then you can draw something else. You can draw another circle, and it will represent something, another solution, and you will call it, I don't know what it is, but it makes me good. And your mind will know, your mind will take the direction, take the charge, and it will bring those things to you to make you feel good. And with the algorithm of releasing limitations, it's more about therapeutical stuff. It's more about the past. All of the other algorithms, including the specialist course, we go forward. We really focus on solutions in the future and make our mind excited and actually able to see the solution on paper like it's already being manifested. So doing the first step toward, here it is, I have it on the paper, right? It's already there, and let's just do it. And that's what the other part of the Neurographica is.
The algorithm releasing limitations is an opportunity to release stuck energy from the past. But after you have enough energy, so at the end, you usually have this, oh, I'm like inspired, I can breathe, there is a lot of energy, I feel heat in my body. What next step, what we are going to do, how we are going to channel this energy for the good future. And all these other exercises are really how I can focus the energy and channel it in the right direction for ourselves. So, but the basic course is the first, and it's a foundation, because this is what helps you to find energy, that we have already enough resources in ourselves. We have already enough energy that we are suppressing. We spend energy suppressing emotions, forgetting situations in our life. We are really investing so much strength and time to not feel something. And feelings, emotions have a completely different level of energy. Like you can go for gardening and just dig the hole and you will be tired. But if you receive some bad news, heavy news, you will be exhausted in 5 minutes. You will feel the weakness in your body, because emotions just have a different scale of energy. And trying to suppress the scale, you investing a lot of life force from yourself. So we are finding this different pockets of energy, release it in a gentle way, in a safe way for yourself, first of all. And when you have this flow, when you have this extra now, for some people, extra, it means like barely enough to survive. For some people, the extra is like, oh, now I can create something. The creativity happens when we have energy more than enough to solve some task in our life. We can be fantasize and experiment how I can do it differently, so it's more fun for me. So I can be more excited. So we really find this extra to invest in something different in our life. So this is the difference between the basic user course. So this is why in the basic user course, the important aspect, we learn how to round corners. Because all the energy stuckness is in corners. We really clean the corners. We really clean the conflicts, this suppressed energy. We dissolve our ego from the catharsis. We really want to find resources, what is there. Because beauty brings the energy, harmony brings the energy. So we create the flow of the lines, the energy through your neural lines. When we have it, we go and start building something. Very consciously, very focused on goals in the future.
Thank you. Thank you,
And
Anna.
in the neuro goal, we learned that corners are okay. And we learn how to initiate and even work with conflicts. So it's not like we are trying to say that corners are evil. We are just, because we're activating something from your past. It could be traumatized experience it was some traumatized experience in the past. That's why it's caused blockages and we try to avoid it. So we heal it. We need to heal it before we start to play with this. And when we healed, we can, you need to heal your ankle before you start playing soccer. And that's why we highly encourage to any topic, big topic in your life, if you start drawing, do it with the catharsis, because catharsis will help you to find energy, to release the blockages, to release those gates of, find those hidden pockets of energy in yourself. And the rest will come later, more organically and more inspirationally for you. Yeah, the more I talk, the more the deeper understanding I have about Neurographica, and really the beauty how it's structured.
What I love about what both of you are saying is that it follows suit with everything I've read over the 30, 40 years I've studied metaphysics, is that the law of attraction is in it. The spelling, if you will, is in it. The ability that we are more powerful than we could ever imagine, and that what we're drawing has power and energy. And if we can just get our heads around that, that is so big. So I love everything you've just said.
In law of attraction, it's not like you're trying to visualize the things that you want to attract in your life. You visualize and
Feel it.
create the experience of having those things.
Yes.
You're like, it's not like you want new house. You're creating this feeling, how I feel in this new house.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what we're doing in Neurographica. There is a lot of alignment with energy work, with the constellation work, with the law of attraction. It's like integration of all these new things that we learned in the last couple
I've
of
been
decades.
working with my oracle cards with them and drawing out the oracle card after I have drawn them and got the message that I'm supposed to get, and then I do a drawing around it. Ooh, I love it.
Astrology could be integrated with Neurographica. You can really create the connections between different planets and create healing some of these aspects that can be challenging in your natal chart or anything. It's endless opportunities to create new, because it's a completely different perception to all stuff. How I can make it visible and simplify it and structured. Because when we talk about like law of attraction, you have to create this feeling. It looks a little bit woo-woo because it's hidden. Not everyone can see how you can do it, but you can draw it. And because you draw it, oh, I see what you mean. I see how the energy is going, what I'm creating here. But yes, it's a big thing. Yeah. Yeah, I love the beauty and simplicity of Neurographica in this aspect. Yeah. Any other questions? This was just one answer to one question.
I just want to know the second algorithm that we did last week, the one of revealing intentions. In what situations would you use that one? Because the catharsis, I understand, that's to release the blockages and get your energy flowing. But that one, I was doing it. I enjoyed it very much, just drawing all those neural lines. But I don't really know when to apply it.
So when you are depressed or like have no lack of energy and nothing really motivates you, you can through the drawing see where do you spend all this energy, where is it going? And because you're releasing some of this connections in your consciousness, like in your mind, your neuron system is presented on your drawing. You start see this, there is so much energy, there is so much entanglement in this particular area. You bring the shape over it, like acknowledge, yes, I spend so much energy, so much of my attention here. When you draw the circle, your mind starts creating interpretations over it. And you can come, okay, so maybe this is a situation at work that really takes so much of my emotional involvement in it that I can find inspirational, because now I know where I spend my energy. It can be if you're looking for different variation of projects and you see which one have more energy and bigger potential, and which one you are ready to invest your energy, because you can have like 3 different projects at the same time and you don't know which road to go. You can see your neuron system, which project is supporting, and it will come to you naturally. It's like you just need to be open to listen to yourself. The interpretation will come to you, not somebody else tell you, like, but you can really find it. You can see sometimes and the beauty of this exercise that you don't need to really create the topic at the beginning. You can start just like, see, where's my energy is going? What motivates me? And you can at some point find out like, oh, this is 4 circles that representing every member of my family. And I see the value of each member of the family and how the energy and interaction between them. And you can see like, this is big mom and children around her, and the husband is completely separate in the corner. And like when you recognize what it's representing for you, it will be very individual representation. You can see, what can I do? How I can support my husband, how I can connect to him. I can bring more lines, I can bring field lines to connect with this. In my case, my very first drawing about revealing intention, the whole process reminds me my way connect to friends, like how I create friends, how I jump from one friend to another, come back, and like all this chaos that happening in my life helped me to recognize my patterns in relationship with friends, old friends, new friends, like all kinds of relationships with a friendship. And when I was able to see and recognize the pattern, I was able to consciously make decisions. Okay, no, maybe I need to bring a little bit more structure, or maybe, oh, this is really like, I've always thought that this is a bad thing, but it's actually inspirational for all other friends if I just go and communicate with different people in different order. So you can see the different perception of the same topics, of the old stories. But it's the interpretation will come to you. You can just start drawing. We use this exercise for gratitude, marathon of gratitude. What you are grateful today. You can do it at the end of the day and just see which event of the day you were invested the most, and harmonize it, acknowledge it, be grateful for it. You can do it at the morning to attune yourself for several situations or several meetings during the day, what you need to do, and just see which event can create bigger emotional situation for you and harmonize it. So again, we are drawing just line representing processes, energy flow, and circles represent harmony. So we integrating the idea that they will be harmonized and everything that will happen have a balanced, beautiful energy, and you can just integrate it in your neuron system. So the depressions, anxiety, you can start helping with anxiety. If you can always combine drawing neural lines with breathing exercises, it's not needed, it's not the part of the Neurographica, but it benefits a lot each other. So you can, like, if you feel anxiety, you can just start breathing and drawing, like, and see how release this anxiety on the paper. It's a way to release the energy and see where it's taking you.
Thank you.
The old name for this algorithm is discovering of intention. So it's not the old, it's the way it was translated in the beginning. So it's about discovering what is the state, as opposed to the first one, releasing. This one is more of a process. And if you're familiar with the book Morning Pages for Creators, she has a process in the morning where you just start writing everything that comes to you in the morning. This is very good to do with this algorithm. You just start drawing lines about everything that comes to you, and then harmonizing some things, or making some things more, acknowledging them and making them more noticeable. Maybe this is a direction you want to go, and seeing which way you are drawn and which way you need to harmonize or emphasize whatever you do. Also, I have a friend who used it when she was waiting for her husband out of the operation in the waiting room. She was just drawing lines and circles and rounding, and she said it was helping her very much, and she didn't know what to expect. Like she wanted to be good, but then it helped her with to stay calm and positive. Another friend who went through a long time treatment, said it was helpful to her as well. In the evening, in Jewish tradition, they have a review of the day. They're doing it, and this is also a good way to combine it with this process, to just draw lines and circles about the things that happen to you through the day. And some of them you need to harmonize, some of them you just need to acknowledge with lines, and so those are additional things to do. And also, if you want to make your mind, if you don't know what to decide, which way to go, and you just can draw one circle on the left saying this is one decision, one circle on the right saying this is another decision, and start drawing lines, and then you'll see which has more lines. Or you can start, yeah, you can just start drawing lines and then start drawing two circles and see which one is bigger. Your hand will not stop moving, the one that has more energy for you, or become bigger. This is also the process where you connect and discover things, and question and answer things. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen that people integrate the discovering of intent or relieving of intent with cards, metaphorical cards, and they see how they can integrate the energy as well. So it's there are many ways to implement it.
And since we are talking about lines, there's something I want to answer to somebody who is not here, but will see it in the recording. So when we mentioned that when we draw a neural line, we can also repeat it over. You have seen the videos, tutorials, that there are several lines going over the same line, and they, at some places we cannot draw exactly the same, but we can modify this line. And this is again one way, if we don't like this turn, if we want to make a different pattern for ourselves. So we are modeling, we are changing the way our lines are going, and we can completely change it or continue with this one, or make it the way we feel until we like it. So I'm drawing and I'm trying and seeing, do I like this or not? Do I want to make it more rounded? Do I want to connect it this way or that way? So always listening to our body until we find what we like, until it's pleasant to us, until it resonates, and this is what we want. And we can modify this as many times or as little times as we want until we get the satisfaction. And this is a signal for us, yes, this is good. This is what it's beneficial. This is a better way. And then we have those little bubbles. And if we have 1 or 2 bubbles, it's okay, but do not leave a lot of bubbles, just cover them in. So it will make the lines interesting. And once we start rounding, we can do this with the little bubbles. They kind of get, we draw over them. So it's not bubble to bubble, but a lot of people do little bubbles. They just draw decorative bubbles. It's not, we are not drawing decorative bubbles because they are actually separating our thoughts. Those are, we cannot, with a lot of little details, we will be spread out and will not be able to focus on any one decision or any one streamline the situation or find out what it is that we want the benefit with. So, but if we combine those bubbles, the line becomes very interesting, very alive. And I hope I answered the question that I had. Sorry, the person is not here to see it right away, but if there are more questions about it, I will be able to answer later. This is what I wanted just to show. So it is, instead of making bubbles, we also combine some of them and make the line interesting and alive.
Ned, can you show a little bit more how we can soften straight lines? Because in catharsis, there are so much straight lines, how we can soften them.
Okay,
with narrow lines.
so if we have straight lines, right? So the way we do it, we start drawing over them neural line, but it's not a bubbly, it's not a line that is up and down like a sinusoid. It's not repeating itself. It's a neural line, so we are trying to draw it neural line over the straight line. And then if at some parts we don't like how it went, we go over it and we can correct it until we really like. So maybe it was too jiggedy, or maybe it wasn't enough enough of the turn. So we can go over and start correcting it until we really like what we see and it feels good to us. Again, the only, we need to make it feel harmonious to ourselves. It's, there is a difference between making your picture pretty and making it look harmonious to yourself. So if you end up your drawing and you don't feel satisfied and you don't feel it is a good drawing, it looks good, then you work on it more and you change your lines or you add new lines. Usually it relates to roundings. Usually you would need to just round more. And you will start loving your drawing or seeing it more beautiful, but you need to have this sense of beauty and harmony from your drawing. Not making it pretty, but making it harmonious. So here is an example. I have this a little bit edgy here, and I'm going the second time and making it smoother, and third time and exploring it and seeing it. how do I like this turn? Do I like this turn better, or do I wanna do it again and do something different next time? This is a conversation with yourself, and the way to know that you are in the right direction is to feel this sense of, do you like this line? Is it pleasant to you? Does it make you feel good when you look at it? Are you satisfied? Or do you want to maybe add few other corrections? It is open, it is not fixed. You can always come back to it. Doesn't have to be today, doesn't have to be right this moment. Maybe tomorrow you will look at it and you will have a feeling to add something or to change something, and that's okay, because you are changing, and you do what you feel inside like doing. This is the inner process.
And if you have a very sudden turns, you can always extend this turn with another branch. Like you can just continue this, instead of turning, you can just continue the line and create another vein, another branch.
Right, yes, so this is a sudden turn, so you can extend a line from here and have another neural line come in. Let's just working with those lines, and I'm showing it with a very thick marker so you can see it better, but with thinner line, a thinner pen or liner thinner, it will be more gentler, but still you would need to round everything, and some of them you will choose to incorporate, and some of them you will choose to leave empty spaces. It's up to you. Just don't try to have a lot of empty bubbles all the time.
Any other questions?
Yeah, this is a
I have a-
process. Yes, this is a process. Sorry, just to finish, you will all get there. Everybody will get there with practice, and you will your neural lines will change, and you will develop maybe a new style, and then you will develop even another style, and a third one, and a fourth one, and it's a process. So everything is good. Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I just have a really simple question. I was looking back over my notes, and somewhere I wrote down that field lines can't cross or shouldn't cross. And then I wrote down somewhere else that they could cross. So can field lines cross, and what are we supposed to do about that?
They can cross. Pavel on several times he said that they should not cross 90 degrees, and it is about explanation is that the energy will pull us into opposite directions. If we have it come from this side and from this side, and then instead of moving us forward, we will gonna be torn apart into the opposite directions. But this being said, maybe that's what your topic needs. So again, this is kind of the overrule. So they can cross, but preferably not at 90 degrees. This is the overrule. And again, you are creating what you feel. If at this moment you feel like they need to cross at 90 degrees, you do exactly what you feel, and then ask yourself, what does it represent to me? Maybe you will come with some answers. Maybe it will be just healing by itself to put a cross over something.
Pavel suggests like it's not 90 degrees, but he at the same time he says like universe does not ask us permission where to go and where to take us. So the field lines representing the movement of the universe, so they can go in any directions. You may use these lines to guide you and create this clear guidance path for your drawing, like align the energy. But again, sometimes you have completely new interpretation. I had a student who, like, it doesn't matter how much I say, like 90 degrees is better to avoid on your drawing. And she said, like, no, I am a mathematician. I'm create, like, field lines helps me to create this system of the coordinates, and it helps me to identify on the system where I am right now. So she had her own interpretation, and this is the most important than anybody's interpretation for it. If she feels that this is a resource for her, it helps her to find something new about herself. It doesn't matter who tells you what. You will see that other instructors and other people can be very strict about limitations, and they always try to find the book of limitations. Even in the algorithm of lifting limitations, they will say, like, you cannot do this, this, and this. I'm more open, and Nat is more open. Like, we really encourage, like, try and see, find your own answer. Does it help you? Does it resonate with you? Does it give you resources in this merging or branching or interaction with the field lines? It's better if you try and answer your own than for the next several hours or several days, you will be wondering what would happen if I do this or that. We can always integrate our experiments and our questions in our drawing. So don't try to find limitations. It's really the most important, that you are the artist and you are creating your own reality. You don't have to ask anybody's permission what you want to create in your reality. So, and it's your privilege, it's your freedom, and it's your responsibility at the same time. So if it's really wants to be this way, maybe it needs to be this way. Maybe it's good to see, like, this, I am right now on the crossing of different roads, and it doesn't matter which road I take, every path will be organic and every path will be beautiful for me. So it could be anything there, like any findings that you can experience. But it's an important question. The same question is about metallic markers. Pavel is against about metallic markers, and like this is the only thing that he cannot find his peace with. And just like this week, I've seen his teaching, and he's like, again, he was like so against the golden markers, silver markers. I've seen that golden and silver markers made a huge difference in my drawings, and I find them resourceful at some point when everything is going wrong and there is so much darkness in your drawing. There is only silver or golden markers that can change it and bring completely different level of emotions and different hope on the drawing. So I hope he will never know this, that I'm teaching it. But if you really thriving for some gold in your drawing, see what it's representing to you and try. And if it's at some point, it will not be needed so much. For me, golden was like representing that it's a energy from a different dimension. And at some point, like, I tried to use it in different algorithms, different drawings, until I felt like it's not in a different dimension. All the energy is happening right now in my body. And it's the most important for me to see how this energy is going through me, how it's very well integrated, because metallic markers, they are not blending very well with everything else. Like if you use different colors, metallic will be different layer. It's like, it will be on top, it will bring beauty, it will reveal some special qualities, but it's not really blended, it's not integrated. And I'm just at some point I stopped using them, but I did maybe 50 drawings with markers, gold and silver, different metallic. I have several sets of metallic markers of different shades and colors. So I really like try see how it works for you. We are not, you will always find more and more people who try to forbid you to do something. About another topic about Neurographica and spirals, like Pavel is really try to avoid spirals in drawings because it's a repetition. You're just going on a different layer, but you repeat the same pattern. It's so that's why it's not a Neurographica line. It's where we go wherever we don't expect. So spiral is expected on different layer. And what I see more and more that we use spirals to activate the energy. We want so much energy here. When you learn how you can find the energy in organic way, that you have already enough resources, you just need to do not waste it, to suppress emotions, to suppress situations, memories, whatever you're holding in your body. This extra divine source of energy is not needed anymore. You have everything you need. You just need to unlock it. And it will be more organic, safer, and gentler for yourself. So. But again, sometimes I still use spirals when I feel like, okay, I don't have time to unlock my resources. I just want some magic. And I allow my magic to happen in my drawings. So play, try, experiment. Nobody can stop you from doing what you want on your own drawings. It's more limitations for us as teachers to tell you, like, this better be avoid, this is better be focused on a different aspect, this is a repetition, and this and this. But for you as a users for the Neurographica, you have complete freedom. Andrea?
Question. What do you do? I've done a lot of drawings before I took this that resemble, because I have had friends do off of YouTube. So anyway, in the process, I've done some things, and now I look back and I go, that doesn't serve me. And I believe these are living things because of my understanding of energy and energy works and how things work. These are living entities. What do you do to get rid of them? Do you have a special ritual you get rid of them with? I mean, just because it doesn't feel right to just crumple them up and throw them in the trash can. Do you burn them? Do you have a burning ceremony? What do you do? Because they're part of you until you consciously choose.
So first of all, it's a very good question. It's a very common question. There is no specific rituals. For me, I keep all my drawings, and not as a, because I avoid to throw them away. It just gives me acknowledgement to see where I started and where I'm reached right now. There are several drawings that about the same topic that I done, I don't know, a couple of years ago. And right now I'm first of all, I'm surprised this wasn't a topic, because everything feels so organic and everything is so smooth in my life that I was surprised that it was a big emotional resonance in me. So I activated it. I worked on that. So this is acknowledgement of my growth and my process. Secondly, the drawing is just representing your current state, your present state. If your present state has changed, you can always come back to this drawing and change it. The Neurographica can be in layers. You can draw something on top. You can add more lines. You can highlight different shapes. You can add more colors, and it will be creating some new level of understanding. Or I just keep them. I always, on the back of my drawing, any drawings, I put the name, the date, and the algorithm exercise that I used. So the topic, the date, and it's like when I look at what I have done, I don't know, 3 years ago, I'm really see, first of all, how improved my drawings are. Like the lines has changed, the shapes has changed, the topics has changed. I'm just really get excited how much I achieved in that time. So I don't throw them away. There are some people who prefer to burn them. For me, they representing myself, and acknowledging and honoring your progress is important. So you can keep them if you feel. This is another, if we continue, you can give your drawings if you feel that they really representing a new transformation in a positive way. You can give your drawings as a present to other people. It doesn't matter what you started with. Maybe it was a painful experience at the beginning and catharsis was representing this drama that's happening inside of you. But at the end, you felt a lot of love, a lot of gratitude, alignment with the universe and support from the universe. This feeling, the final feeling, you want to share with other people. And this feeling is resonating with another people, like people asking, can you give me it as a present? You can feel free and give it as a present as well. It's not like, oh, other people, but I started with like losing something, losing my job. How did you end it? Where did you, where's your final energy? Where's your final focus? So do you want to share that? We always start with something dirty and so shitty stuff. Like it's like a gardening. It doesn't matter what you plant in your soil, what grew from it, how you use the soil. This is important. Do you want to give flowers to your friends because they grew in manure? This is the question. So you can, if you really want to do something with them, you can use some rituals, make it as a ritual. Burning is usually the most common. I'm one of the people who loves to burn stuff, so but I've never burned any of my drawings. So but it's, I've seen that some people do.
Okay.
There is no restrictions. Bible said, like, you invested 2 hours of your time in something and you want to burn it. Like, what's the
Sort of like, I don't keep old journals though either. I don't keep old handwritten journals because that's not who I am anymore. So I let them go as well. So that was my thought on that. And sometimes I feel lighter because I've left them go, but that's handwriting, and that's, yeah. I haven't done this work on top of them, which makes it, they don't do a correction, right? They're just still the crumpled up paper, right? Where this is there's the correction, but I know that I didn't, it's hard to talk around this. I didn't do it right. And I've got stuff going on that's just really kind of crazy that I think would feel better gone. So we'll see.
Then you find your own solution.
Okay.
What makes you feel good? If it feels like releasing and let go the old story, use it. There's no restrictions about it.
Okay.
Do whatever serves you, first of all. Any other questions? No questions. Then we have a question for you. What you learned through this course that really enlightened you, something that really changed inside of you? So if you can share this with us. Something that inspired you or surprised.
What I noticed at the beginning was a definite change in the thought processes that I was having. And it is not that I am not trained. I've spent 30, 40 years studying this stuff. But I saw glimmers of like a difference, a change. And I also could feel the lines, and I can feel the lines outside as well now. It's like I want to round corners all the time in what I see and feel. But there's a sense of optimism that no matter what I did, and I know a lot of what to do's, it didn't change. So this helped change some of that. It took an underlying something and brought it up to another level. So I appreciate that.
What
Thank
is
you very much.
your intention? Do you remember your intention in the beginning of the course when you started?
No, I don't.
Okay. It's okay.
I write intentions every day. I journal every day. It's like, how much more? It's like, it's probably written somewhere, but it's under a stack of papers like this. So anyway.
It was interesting. Just thank you. Thank you, Andrea. It was a pleasure to have you. Thank you.
And it's a different like level of knowing something and feeling something.
Yes.
Everybody knows we deserve happiness, and it's only like less than 1% of people really experience the true happiness. So we are focusing on experiencing it at the present moment. And even we draw the future, we experience this excitement right now. This is where this excitement happens. This is where it starts. The future will just grow it. So, but we need to create the seed. So yeah, it's a very interesting how knowing and feeling are different.
Yes. And, I have to add to that. It's like, I'm a body worker. I have been a body worker for many, 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 many years. And I'm a Reiki master. I'm a couple different kinds of Reiki masters. I know healing techniques up to yin yang. And this one surprised me, but I also know, I understand the basis of it. There's a knowing in me that's like, yes, I understand where he's coming from with this. And we're, not that I know you because we each are such unique gems of people and beings, but I get the gist of this, and it's beautiful. It really is. Can't afford to take any more classes this year, but maybe next year.
That's why we have an abundance of free options for you. We are very generous in this case, because we all deserve to have instruments at the present moment. The universe is generous to us, so why we have to keep it?
Andrea, another thing is that we have a coupon that is friend25, and it's in the chat box. If you have people who you want to refer to us to take the basic user course, and they can use this coupon to receive $25 off, and you will get $25. And you can combine those 25. So for 5 friends, you can get $100.
Thank you.
For me, I've spent the last, I don't know, 4 years or so exploring different art mediums as a method of healing for myself, and have been growing into it over time as I get healthier. So I just spend a lot of time researching and then just exploring. I don't even remember the first Neurographica image that I saw, but I saw something on Facebook. I don't know if somebody posted it. Maybe it was an ad, you guys, but I don't even know. I just saw it and everything vibrated. Like the drawing vibrated and I vibrated. and it was like it was just calling me. So I, drilled down into it, found a free class, took a free class, found you guys, signed up. I mean, all of that happened in, I don't know, it was right before this class started. So in less than a week, I went from that experience to taking this. So I knew it was something. I mean, I knew that Neurographica was going to mean something to me. I knew it was important to me. So I don't feel like I so much learned something from it, like I had a transition, as a confirmation. This is a really good fit for me. But I'm, still learning about it. I will take more classes. But it was a very affirming experience.
Sure. Great. Thank you. This is a good way of growing and developing you. And what other modalities, art modalities did you do?
Well, I started with adult coloring just because I was very sick, and it was like, I could order coloring books and colored pencils and just color. Eventually drawing, and then watercolor. And now I'm art journaling and doing a number of different things like that. So it's still very much an exploration, but I'm also, 4 years into it, and now I'm sitting in my art studio that I built because it became that important to me. So it's been quite a progression, and I'm not in a wheelchair anymore, and I have energy, and so my life is transformed in this period. So I've learned to trust my body. If I start buzzing like that, something big is happening. And I would never have believed that 5 years ago. If you had told me that was going to be me, I would have said, no, that's not my style. So
Amazing. Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you for sharing this very inspiring story.
And another thing that you can take from the Neurographica, you can see how it's rules and like creating the topic, creating the observation of your sensations, experience in the body, in your mind, and your emotions to any media that you're working with. Like if you're working with the coloring and say like, okay, today I'm coloring my anger, or I'm coloring my prosperity, the energetic and emotional charge will be reflected in anything you do, in any art modality that you're using.
Sure.
So I do the wood carving with topics and see how this topic starts unfolding for me during this process. And so everything becomes a little bit attuned with what I learned. So I can use the principles from the Neurographica to apply to my life in general.
For me, the biggest, it's all been significant, but the most significant feedback was when Nat was giving me feedback on one of my first two drawings, and said, was telling me how pretty the colors were and how it was flowing nicely, and then asked why the field lines went the opposite direction of the coloring lines of the color flow, and why was I fighting universal flow and universal direction. Well, that's the same thing my therapist has been asking me. And so it was like, dong, 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 dong. Okay. I got the message. You've told me enough times. I'm going to try to figure out what the universe is telling me and get with the flow. So that was a big sort of recognition that, well, I didn't see that in the drawing until you pointed it out, and then it was glaringly obvious. It was interesting to have this sort of traditional therapy yelling at me in one ear, saying the same thing, and Neurographica saying the same thing in my other ear. So it's all out there. It just depends on when you're ready to hear it.
And you're ready.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to hear it 3 times
Right.
before you hear it.
Exactly. So
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Anyone else wants to share?
I will. I just want to thank the two of you as well. I'm in the same sort of boat as the previous two ladies. I've been exploring different things for a very long time and having a journal and all that. And I was introduced to Neurographica. I went to a workshop here in Dubai, and I just fell in love with the method for the first time ever. I mean, you do your journaling for years, and it's like, yes, you make progress, but you just don't, it's almost, it feels like it's going so slow. And I've been doing Neurographica only since the end of April. And even now, after this course, it's like, I cannot get enough. But what the main thing is apart from the optimism that goes with it, it's suddenly, it's almost like there's a spaciousness inside. It's so difficult to describe, but it's almost like some space open from my heart center. It's like there was a major shift in a lot of darkness just left me, but it left me with the space for new opportunities to come in. And I'm hungry to learn more, and I'm really going to do more classes. It's just that we need to space it out over time. But I just want to thank you, because now that I've done the basic ones and really learned a lot of stuff that wasn't on the internet and it wasn't introduced at the workshops that I did. I really, really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you for sharing. So, anything else, Nat?
No.
We have a presentation about Neurographica in the Facebook group, and there are some other questions and answers that other people asked us over some time. So you may find most of them we covered today, but you may find there is some information there. We cannot repeat enough that this is this exercises is enough already to transform your life. And if you want to go deeper, find out your own pace and your own time when you're ready to go deeper, because it's not something that we really force everyone. Sometimes we need to learn and trust ourselves and play with these algorithms, basic algorithms, for some time to be comfortable. If you're always welcome to our free classes, and all the information will be posted in Neurographic Academy Neuro Art group. All the information will be there. We will appreciate if you share your information about us with your friends, with your colleagues, with therapists, whoever you feel will benefit from it. And but again, we are honoring their process. If sometimes people sign up right away, some people need time to and guidance to be here. So we are not, please don't force anybody, even if you feel they need it the most. We're all adults and we need to be acting as adults as well. The youngest student, officially certified student of ours, is a 16 years old girl. She was attending with her mother. The youngest student client of mine was 6 years old boy, and it's worked magic for him as well. So I was surprised to see how 6 years old child can round for an hour nonstop. And it's because I have a little bit different approach. We're playing a Harry Potter theme when we're drawing, and I just say, like, imagine this is a magic wand and you do the spell on the paper, and the rounding is just different ingredients that you're adding to your drawing. And it was enough magic for him to work over an hour and really changed his perceptions to his topic. So it's I'm always amazed how quickly Neurographica works without too many words. Like how easily. You can access and process very intimate topics about sexual abuse, about for men, it could be about the manhood in general, about a relationship on a very deep level with your inner child, with your biggest fears and biggest challenges in your life. And it's deep processes, but in a gentle way. We are not trying to dramatize anything. We want it to be as smooth, because when you have a smooth transition, it's less resistance and it will be less kickback. So we want it to be as gentle to ourselves, because we're beaten in life enough. How we can find this gentle guidance, because it's available, and processes are speeding up. The universe is speeding up. Everything is happening so quickly. So this is the instrument that just attuned to the present time. So we don't need to spend years to heal our wounds. We can use them to grow something different from it. So thank you very much for being with us. Thank you, Ned, for organizing these questions and answer sessions. She insisted we needed them.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
this. This is great. This is so much help. This is so helpful because you each have so much to offer. So thank you.
And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask those questions in the basic user course group. It doesn't matter when you finish the training, you're always welcome. And if you have some topics that you want to share or insights that you want to share with others or ask questions, like, you're more than welcome.
The future classes are going to be also posted on our website, neurographicacademy.com /event-calendar. I have the link there, and I'll post the link in the Facebook group. And we also have a newsletter, which we try to mail when we have an event coming. So email newsletter. So this will be. If you have any suggestions or anything that you didn't like or would like us to improve, there is a form. I'm going to post the link for feedback. You can write it down. You can leave your name or do it anonymously. Just anything, we are open to hear. If you like this format or don't like this format or any other formats of presenting the basic user course, maybe give us other ideas. We're also open to hear them. And thank you again for being with us. Thank you for your questions. Wonderful. It was a pleasure to hear from you and be with you.
Namaste.
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 Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See you soon somewhere else.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.